research has shown from those that have looked at how severe weather ingredients are changing in the future is that there's somewhat of a consensus towards a shift in tornado activity farther east from, say, the traditional tornado alley that's been centered over the central US, and towards more of a sort of a greater likelihood of tornado activity or severe weather ingredients that are coming together over, let's say, more of the Mississippi River Valley region and more of the southeast US. And so that's sort of where our current state of knowledge is trying to understand, can the atmosphere put together the ingredients necessary for severe weather in a different way? And that's sort of one of the things we're seeing is maybe a little bit more in the shift of a shift in the location of where severe weather might occur.
We barely made it to the basement and then heard the destruction going on upstairs, and wow, yeah.
We're alive. I mean, things can be replaced. One of the volunteers here said actually there was stuff from this neighborhood being found in Blanco, Iowa. So I had vintage family photos that are still unaccounted for. I'd like to find those. But we're alive. Things can be replaced.
We're definitely moving in a direction that's going to be favorable for improving our understanding of tornadoes and predicting them in the future as well. We have some incredibly great high-resolution numerical models that help us out. We're also developing statistical tools that can help leverage probabilities in terms of a variety of different conditions that the model can pick up on. So one of the possible scenarios for moving into the future is that we run a whole bunch of different models and we develop probabilities for each storm, and we say, you know, the storm in this particular model has a 90% probability of producing rotation that might be conducive for a tornado. So right now, our ability to warn storms, generally it has a time frame of about 15 minutes or so ahead of storm occurrence. What we are aiming for is as much time as possible. So using and leveraging some of these new probabilistic models might allow forecasters to create a new scenario where we have maybe like something kind of between a watch and a warning, where we have an increased probability that can get communicated to the public, let's say in like the next hour or so. And then once we have a scenario where it's like, yeah, this is really likely going to happen, then we issue that warning. But some kind of additional language to suggest that our confidence is higher that certain storms will produce tornadoes is definitely a good way to move for the future.